So there are two ways to view Christianity: as a corporate whole or as an individual isolated groups. So here's what I mean is many churches proclaim that they are the true and their organization church is the true and salvation flows out of their church. The problem with that view is that you remove Christ from being the source of salvation and you place the entity, the church, the organization, denomination in that spot. But Christ said, I am the door to the sheepfold. He that wants to come to God has to come through me. Christ didn't say, I put a door in front of a door. But by believing that your church, your organization, is the true church, and everybody else, every other Christian or church denomination is on the outside of the true church, and then they have to come to your organization to be part of the true church, is essentially removing Christ as the door and placing your organization as the door. See, so that can't be a proper way to understand Christianity. So we have to realize that there is, according to Christian theology, a church visible and a church invisible. The church invisible is are the people that God unites to Christ. Nobody can see that themselves, so it's invisible. The church visible is anyone who publicly proclaims the name of Christ as their Savior. They're part of the church visible. So then, again, the two ways to view Christianity is as a corporate whole. All of us are Christians. Now, within the Christian community, we have different organizations, whether there be the RCC or the Eastern Orthodox, the Baptist, the Presbyterian, Calvinist, Arminian, Wesleyan, Pentecostal, say, or non-denominational. They're all still part of the economy of God. They're part of the church visible, but they're not within there, in the whole church visible. There are those who are in the church visible or invisible, which God makes those choices. We don't make those choices. Now, we're allowed to hold our individual opinions on doctrine, but you can't remove everybody who's not in your denomination, and because essentially you're making your denomination or your church the door, and that wouldn't doctrinally be correct. So again, two ways to view Christianity. Which one do you think is the proper way? Let me know in the comments below.